I think it's recording. I think. Why is the screen so big? Oh. Oh, wait, can I fix? Well, maybe I can make it smaller. Oh, there you go. Wait, what? Is it the original default? Let's see. Oh, okay, well, it works. I think I'm not lagging all over the place. Hey, it's me, Nixon. I got out the hospital and stuff. My God, I look so different and much skinnier. Oh my goodness. It's because I lost like 12, 13 pounds in that hospital. Just liquid. I haven't eaten anything. Well, my mom brought me soup. Let's see if you can even see it. Lentils or lentejas. I don't even like this. And I have to eat this? Might as well. I'm so hungry. I don't even like this, but oh my God. I can't stand these. She knows I don't like them. And she made them anyway. Alright, might as well eat. The reason I'm so skinny is because I'm so hungry. Because they didn't let me eat anything at the hospital. They just gave me clear liquids. Well, actually, the first 4 days or 3, I couldn't eat anything. They just gave me my nutrients and liquid through an IV. Which I think you can still see the marks. Oh my God, look at that. Well, this they actually did. Because they ripped the tape I had an IV here, but they switched it to here. And when I had to get my blood drawn, they could have drawn it from the IV. Actually, I'll tell you that in the story that I'm going to say. But, well, it's not a story because stories are fiction. What I'm about to say is a non-fiction. So what's the non-fiction version of story? Tale? I don't know. I'm just gonna say the story, but I have to eat this. It's very rude to smell, so I might as well just eat. I'm so dramatic. I'm about to be a full adult and I can't handle soup. I gotta get a grip. Because literally yesterday, I couldn't even get out of bed. I was so hungry and the pain. Oh, man. I don't think I can handle this. And if I don't hurry up and eat it, it's gonna get cold and I still have to eat it. Oh my God. Well, how many days has it been since I haven't eaten anything hard or hard food? Like, I need protein, I need chicken, I need beef, I need rice. I was in the hospital since Saturday. And what's today? Sunday? 8 days. 8 days without eating anything and I've lost like 13, 14 pounds. Do I still look the same? No, I look like a little bit skinnier. Probably lost some fat here. At least going up the stairs is a lot easier. I was like 196 pounds. Now I'm 185. That's not good. Well, I mean, it's good to be skinny. My dad says that it has to, I'm not supposed to be 195 pounds. Supposed to be like the ideal weight of 180. But I mean, I want to be jacked. But to be jacked, you need it's just all that weight. I can't be too heavy because if I'm too heavy, then it puts a bunch of strain on the heart. Move out the way, Mike. There, on the heart. And I'm having pain on the heart and in the middle of my chest. Let's see, maybe it's like, yeah, right there. Oh my God, even my shirts are skinny. You can even see. No, my God. This is how it feels to be victim weight. Well, I mean, I still was victim weight. No, I wasn't. No, yeah, I was. Because I was only 196 or something like that. There was a time that I reached 200 pounds. But that was when I was in my prime. I'm not in my prime right now. I'm sick. And now I'm probably going to have to be homebound again and miss school. I mean, it's only... School ends in like May or something. I don't even know. Alright, now I gotta eat. I should probably hurry up and eat this. Because I don't want to be talking and eating because I might gag. Oh no. I might have to do a clip. But a clip, maybe I'll do like a fast eating. That's probably what I'm gonna do. Alright, so I'll see you later once I eat these. Oh no, I don't think I can handle these. Alright, I'll see you later. In a clip or a cut. I couldn't eat it. I can't finish it. This is like never ending. I take a humongous bite and it just doesn't finish. Oh my god. I can't do this. This is my life. All right, well, I'll just I'm not being ungrateful. It's just I'm grateful that my mother made this for me, but it's just I can't tolerate this. Oh my god. But I know it's healthy and I must eat it. I will eat it, but just I need time. I need my protein. This is the only way I can get my protein. No shakes, no nothing. Shakes are too thick to go down my stuff. I don't even know. My esophagus or something, but I gotta get a grip. No more beef, no more chicken, no more rice, no more fish, no more. Just I don't even know. Just yesterday I ate some fruit. I ate an orange and a banana, and that was like candy. It was so sugary. It was like the best. Oh my god, it was so yummy. Can't even have sugar. I can't even eat. I can't. Okay, well, it's for the best. It's for the best. I'll probably be more. I mean, I don't want to be lean. I want to be jacked. But it doesn't matter. All right, alright, story. I got out the hospital. Man, that hospital was horrible, man. It was so bad. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I went to the first hospital. Because, look. Okay. I was having pain. I was having an intense amount of pain. Probably due because I didn't want to go to my class. I had a class that day and I didn't want to go, so might as well just go to the hospital and tell my mom, oh, it's so unbearable. I mean, the pain that I have is real, but also that day, okay, it was a good timing that I had that pain on that day. Oh my god, mom, I can't move. I'm getting all dizzy. I'm getting all look. I say it's a heart attack because the symptoms was like a heart attack, but I'm not having a heart attack because I'm like obese or the way I eat. It's just the medications. Too much medicine, it's bad, and I like for failure, like I get liver failure or something. I don't know. I'm taking medications for like 14 years. All right, so we went to the hospital. I didn't want to go. I said call an ambulance or something. I don't want to move because it was really difficult to move. Also, I was in bed with like a warm pocket something. I had it on my chest. It was, and I ate some gummy, like a gummies that like medicine gummies. So I felt tired, sleepy. Um, I didn't want to move. I felt so good, but my mom said, "Okay, we have to go to the hospital. Come on, let's go before it gets worse." All right, let's go. The thing is, she wanted to go to a hospital that was far away from where I live, but my father was like, "Why don't you go to one that's closer?" And my mom was like, "No, because the one that's farther away has my record, so we don't have to explain all my millions of pills that I take and my history of pulmonary hypertension." So we went to the one that's far away. And so I had to deal with the pain. I was like, oh my god, I need pain medication like Tylenol or something. I don't know. We made it to the hospital. And I was all like grouchy because it was painful and stuff. And then the lady was like, oh, what are you in here for? My mom was like, oh, my son, he has pulmonary hypertension. He, a lot of chest pain. He's in a lot of pain, and I don't remember anything. And I was like, yeah, I'm very dizzy. I can't stand. I can barely stand. I had to make it a bit dramatic because I don't show any symptoms of like an ill person. Like if you saw me, do you think I was ill? I told that to one of my friends, and they're like, mentally ill? No, not mentally ill. I'm saying like physically ill. No. I mean, I look like a normal person. By normal person, I mean like someone that doesn't have any illnesses, like physical, like in a wheelchair, like an assistant, like disabled. Like I don't have an arm that's broken. I'm not in a wheelchair. I'm soon to be into a wheelchair, but I don't need a wheelchair. I got willpower. But yeah, that. All right, that what I forgot. Okay, yeah, I remember. And then yeah, so I had to make it a bit dramatic. Like I have to be like and then she's like, "Okay, let's go. Can you stand?" Yeah. All right, then you're good. What? All right. Well, I went and they took my measurements, my height, my weight. I think it was like 88, 87 or 80. I don't even know. 80, 88, and 89 kilograms. Oh, dude, this soup. I'm going to have to finish it cold. It doesn't matter. I'm going to finish it no matter what. And then they sat me in a room for like 5 hours in a patient room. And then my mother had to tell me what was wrong, my history. That's weird. I mean, the reason we went to this hospital is because they have my record. All right, mom, said the nurse. Tell me all the medications. All right, so he takes this one, Bactravi, Letaris, Amatercine, Tadalafil, Comadine, all these pills that I take. And then the nurse was like, okay, I'll be right back. I'll search them up. Okay. Oh, excuse me. And like 4 or 5, I was there with pain. I thought they would give me like a pain medication, but they didn't. And then after like a few hours of waiting there, they did hook me up to some stuff like vitals and stuff. I mean, you can see in the video, all this just for chest pain. They did hook me up to a bunch of things, but I didn't get pain medication until like later like at nighttime. Okay, so then the nurse came in and she's like, oh, I don't know. Can you write it down for me? Here's paper and pen. All right. And then my mother started writing down all my pills and all my stuff. I don't even know how to spell. Yeah, I can spell. I'm at least that smart to spell out my medication. I better be, because once I turn 18, I'm gonna be doing this all by myself. Actually, no, I told that to my mom. She's like, as long as I'm here, you won't have to be all by yourself. And I'm so grateful to have my parents, my mother and my father. Because without them, I don't even know what I would have done. And something. Okay, so she wrote down all the medication. And then, oh, then the nurse was like, all right, let me see. I'll be right back. And then again, I waited like 30 minutes, and she came back. She says, well, I can't read this handwriting. Can you write slower? And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. How's this? I can't read this. Can you write even slower? And then I was getting a bit annoyed, and she was like, okay, here. And then the nurse kept on saying, slower, slower, slower. Oh my goodness, lady. Can you not? I thought nurses or doctors can read like cursive or like insanely horrible handwriting. Isn't their handwriting horrible? I thought they could read like hieroglyphics or maybe Morse code, but they can't even read my mother's handwriting. Oh my goodness. And then all right, the nurse left. I don't know. I think she was a bit angry, annoyed. All right, and then some lady came in and she was like, all right, before we start anything too crazy, by too crazy I mean like, well, before we give you our pain medication, our painkillers, do you guys have insurance? Yes, I have insurance. Why? I thought you already knew this. Like, isn't it in my record? Well, the thing is, it says here that you've never been to this hospital. What? Yeah, she's saying this to me. She's not to my, well, to my parents. Thing is, I let my mom do the talking. I don't really do the talking. So I just looked at my mother and she's like, what? But we've been to this hospital all the time. Well, it says here that this is your first time coming here. What? Yeah, I said that the same way I said it here. I said it in the hospital. And then my mother was like, no, but we've been here. What's the problem? Well, you want to know what's the problem? Well, not that. Okay, the problem, we figured out what the problem is. The problem is they didn't get my full last name. They just got my first name and my last name and not my two. Okay, well, I have two last names. All they did was put my first name and then my second. No, they put my first name and then my last name. But they didn't put my second last name. So they thought I was a different person. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. So it just said Nixon and then it just said my last name. But it didn't say my other last name. So they thought I was a different person. Oh my goodness. And then the lady was like, oh, well, you should have said your full last name. My mother did say my full last name. She said my full, like, legal name. How are they going to put my first name and my last name? Oh, you have two last names? Oh, we're just going to get rid of the second last name because apparently your first last name is the one that matters. Well, apparently not in this hospital because, like, do you see how I was in pain? Like, oh my God, help me, mom. Oh my goodness. And they didn't give me pain medication. They didn't give me pain medication for like 4 hours straight. I was there as if I was here at home. Might as well been at home because I was feeling nice and cozy. I might as well go to sleep. Going to sleep is like the ultimate anesthesia. I can't feel pain. And then here I was like getting sad, like, oh my goodness, I was annoyed. Like anybody would be annoyed. It was our mistake in the system. And then my mother was like, yeah, I might as well go to the hospital because my husband was telling me to go to the hospital that's close by to where we live because we didn't want to go to the one that was close by because they don't have my record. I don't go to that hospital. So that's why we went to this one that's far away because that's where we used to live. And then the lady with the insurance was like, oh, I'm sorry to hear, but you guys do have insurance, right? Doc. Yeah, we have insurance. It's in our record. Just check it out. I don't even know what. Like, she was yapping a lot, just like what I'm doing. Come on, let's get it over with. Can I just have my pain medication? All right, well, yes, your insurance is applicable. Well, I'll tell the nurses and stuff. And then they came in and they gave me a tea medication. I don't remember, but they did give me morphine. But my body was reacting weird to morphine. That's why it was turning red, like right here. And then that was the first part. And then, like, they had to look. I can't believe. I thought they checked my records. I thought they knew everything about me. Like I'm like a regular customer there. But no, they're okay. Never mind. It's annoying. Um. All right. So then they said, all right. So who's your doctor? Dog. I thought you checked my record. My doc. I have a special doctor. He's specialized for pulmonary hypertension. I don't know what the specialist name is called, but he's my doctor, and he's in in another county, another area. And so the nurse was like, "All right, we'll call him up. We'll see what your problem is and stuff like that. Why you even have chest pain or something like that." And then they said no pancreas. They did like an X-ray and like an echo, an X-ray, and a scan. And they saw that my pancreas was a bit inflamed. And so they're like, "All right, so do you drink?" No, I don't drink. I don't drink for two reasons. I'm underage and for pulmonary hypertension. So basically, if I smoke, I die. If I drink, I also die. That's true, because back in middle school, I did say that I don't smoke. Well, in middle school, you're not even supposed to smoke. It was when we took health classes, but that's for another time that I want to talk about, if I want to talk about that. I don't drink. Oh, but okay, so you don't drink, said the nurse or doctor. So maybe you have gallstones, because that's another reason for like an inflamed or hurting pancreas. No, I don't have that. They checked. That's why they did the X-ray and echo and stuff. But the thing is, they did an echo on my stomach. Dog, the reason I came was for chest pain. You should have checked my chest. And well, the nurse was good looking. Like, I was a bit shy to even say anything. Well, okay, well, I did say that, why are you doing this on my stomach if I'm having chest pain? And then she said, well, that was my order. I was ordered to just do a stomach echo and not a chest echo. Oh, okay. I did sleep through the echo. It took a long time. And then I woke up and I'm back into my room. Back, hooked up, everything. It took forever. Oh my goodness. And I was hungry. All I ate that day was soup. But like the good type of soup. Okay, the soup in this is good. I just don't like the lentils. So I was hungry and I was telling my mom, "Hey, can we have Chinese food?" Because my dad was going to bring Chinese food after he finished working on that day that I went to the hospital. And then I called my dad that day, and he was like, "Nah, we didn't bring Chinese food because we went straight home to take care of your brothers. Because if my mom isn't there, we can't take care of everyone." So nobody got Chinese food. I didn't get Chinese food. I was craving Chinese food that day, and oh my god, chicken and broccoli and rice. Oh, that's literally what's keeping me. That was what was keeping me alive and motivated during that whole hospital arc. All right, so then they talked to someone from the hospital where my specialist doctor's from, and apparently they said, "All right, Nixon, what? Monday?
Did you eat the sopa?
Yeah, I'm eating the soup.
Oh, Mama said to come eat your shrimp.
Shrimp?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll come. Well, I gotta eat. I'm craving food. I need food. I don't know if the shrimp will go down because have painkillers on right now. That's why I'm that's why I'm energetic and not in pain. I can move well, but without pain medication, I just fall to the ground. All right, I'm gonna go eat the shrimp. Hopefully, nobody comes into my room and checks that I didn't eat the soup. Well, I ate the soup. I just didn't eat the lentils. I'm back, and I got the shrimp. Well, they gave me a portion because I can't eat that much. Finally, real food. Oh my goodness, I haven't seen real food in like a week. Oh my goodness, I wish I had lemon, but I must be grateful that at least I'm able to eat real food. All right. Yummy and my tummy. Yummy and my tummy. Oh my goodness. Oh, I shouldn't eat too much too fast. Mmm. Oh, it's the last one. Oh no. If I eat this, then I won't be able to finish the soup. Just thinking about that soup is gonna make me feel sick. Mm. All right. No, so yummy. Finally, some good food. Now I can go back to well, not going back to my original weight. At least I can have some energy and not eat pure clear foods. That's so good. That was so. I shouldn't get too hyped. All right, the story. Where in the world was I in the story? Oh my god, I have to watch the footage. I'll see you later. Actually, going back to that footage, I'm like talking about I'm talking a bunch of nonsense. Like I'm trying to see what I'm saying in the story, but I'm talking about Chinese food and then echoes. I remember. Um yeah, they were talking about a transfer. I had to go to the hospital where my specialist was because apparently they can't cure me. The only person that can fix me is my specialist. So we're gonna send you all the way to that faraway land where your specialist is, which is a 2-hour drive. Oh my goodness. Oh man. And my phone is almost dead and I didn't bring a charger. Well, I just gotta wait until the ambulance comes or they get someone late at night to send me to the hospital over there. My mother had to leave because she had to get prepared. She can't go in the ambulance with me. She has to grab her car and drive all the way to the faraway land of the hospital and wait for me over there. She said, "Okay, be careful. And if you need anything, just call me. Don't waste all your battery." Thank you, Mama. I won't. And so I watched like 2 movies, taking a long time, and pain medication to help me out. And then they got someone, the ambulance. They got some people to drive me over there in the ambulance, and they got me in like one of these like when they bring like an ambulance and they have this like bed, and you lay on the bed and they put you up and they carry you all the way over there. It was like that, but it had like straps. And so there was a humongous guy, and there was two women, 2 ladies, 2 girls, 2 nurses, and they gave me some more medication and went like all over my body and my legs. And the guy was like, "Do you feel it?" "Yeah, I feel it." "Does it hurt?" "No, I'm starting to get just relaxed." By relax, I mean relax from pain. "Okay, now let's go." And so the guy had to sit in the back with me while the two women, the 2 ladies, the two girls sat in the front, started like gossiping. I think maybe, I don't know. I didn't listen to their conversation. And then the guy was like, "All right, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna speak to you about stuff so I can write a report." "Okay. You don't mind if I film, right?" "No, I don't mind." "Okay." And I started filming the whole thing, just the back. I didn't film like in the front. I didn't want him to appear in the video for his privacy, of course. And then it's like, apparently you have pancreas pain. That's what the doctors are saying. I said, oh my goodness. Jeez, oh my god. One moment. I'll probably edit that out of the video. Um, Apparently I'm having pancreas pain. Yes, I'm having pancreas pain. Did you know I got mine removed? What? Yeah, I had to get mine removed like 2 years ago, maybe. Can you even get that removed? Maybe he might be lying. I haven't done any research about pancreas pain, which I should, because it hurts and hurts, and I got rid of my 12 pounds or 13 pounds. There's a red bird out there. Yeah, I had to get mine removed, he said. Oh, why? What happened? Well, it's just I got into that point that I needed to get removed. And maybe you might, you too as well. What? Yeah, your levels of your pancreas is 5,104. I don't know, they said that the normal level of pancreas is like 100 or something. Mine's is at 5,000. Okay, what I may be saying is not true, so don't believe me. I'm only 17 years old. I haven't done any of my research. This is just what I've heard from there in the hospital. Maybe, I don't know. My memory's kind of horrible. Yeah, maybe you have to get yours removed. I don't want mine removed. This is another surgery, and then I have to take special medications. You know, I'm gonna get a lung transplant. Yeah, he said. Oh yeah. Also, why do you need the lung transplant? I don't know, dog. My specialist said I need it. A lung transplant. I think I've gotten to the point where I needed it. I mean, I'm gonna get homebound again, so I can't go to school on my last months of being a senior. Basically, my school life is over if I stay homebound, which I don't really care, because I was still gonna go with the pain. My pain levels are like 8, 7. I can still walk, but just last night, I couldn't even do anything. I couldn't stand. I couldn't walk. I couldn't do nothing. I was paralyzed. If I have that sort of pain at school, then it's not worth going. Well, it's worth going to cosmetology. I'm gonna go to cosmetology. I'm not failing that class. I'm not wasting 2 years of that class and not gaining like a license or a trophy. I need to go. I'm gonna go if it costs me my pain or something. I don't know what I was going with that. Yeah. And he's like, well, you might. I hope you don't get it removed, and I hope what's causing that pain was the new medication that you're taking. The new medication was what was causing this pain. That's later on in the story. This video is getting. It's gonna be like a 45-minute video. All right, so I felt really tired, dog. It was like the middle of the night, and I was getting taken in an ambulance. What was cool was that there was no people driving. What I mean by that, there's no traffic, nobody from behind, nobody in the front. That's why we went there quick. Got there in like 45 minutes, maybe. That's still a long time, but it takes like 2 hours to go over there. Maybe 1 hour. I don't know. I'm exaggerating a bit. It's far. It takes forever. We got to the hospital, and then they're like, "How you doing, blood?" No, not blood. Bud. I'm doing fine. Ready to go. And then like the nurses were like fighting because apparently I don't know. I don't remember, and I don't want to put words in their mouth. So they were just like gossip. I don't know, fighting. And then the nurse taking me down looked at me weird, and I was just smiling. I don't know what happened. We had to go into the entrance of the hospital, and then there's like this police guy says, "All right, wait. I have to check you first." My belt caught on the metal detector. All right, they had to pat me down, pat everything. Is this your phone? Yes. You don't have a gun? No. Dog, I'm strapped. I'm literally cannot move. They have the power over me. I can't do anything. Even if I had a gun, I wouldn't even be able to grab it because my hands are strapped like this. But alright. And then they said, "Is your wallet?" Yes. It's big and fat as well. And they let me through, and then I went to the ER and there in that hospital. They're like, "All right, do you is your mom with you?" Yes. Where is she? She's already here. They should have. It's just my mom. She was trying to wait in the waiting room of the ER because she told them that I was coming through like an ambulance. But and then the doctor or the people at the register, they just said they will notify her if I'm already in the hospital. But they didn't notify her, and I had to call her. But the thing is, their signal in that hospital was complete dog water. It sucked. I couldn't even use my Verizon 5G insane internet connection because the signal is just booty. And then one of the nurses there, he's like, "Don't worry, let me see your phone." I gave him my phone. I have nothing to hide. Here, I put the internet connection of this hospital. Yeah, you did. You put the health guest's internet connection. I thought you were gonna put the VIP internet connection of this place. But still, with that connection, I can't call my mom. So I was like, "Do you guys have a phone or something? Do you have one of those phones where you put the numbers and then you call? No internet connection needed." No. It's over. All right. Well, a miracle happened, and I was able to call my mom, and she's like, "What happened? Are you here?" "Yes, I'm here." And my mom got annoyed because they didn't notify her, and she was still in the waiting room. What? Okay. I'm coming in, and so the people from the ambulance, they wanted to they wanted her to sign some papers, but in the end they never signed it, and my mother never got the papers. You know, when you leave the hospital, you get papers about how what they got from your statistics, your stats. My mother never got that. They gave it to the ambulance people, and they probably took it with them, and they dropped some off in the ER room where I was. And so my mother was like, "How are you doing? Everything good? Look, I brought a charger, I brought spare clothes, I brought everything. Hey, did you bring food?" "No. You can't eat food because of the pancreas." "Okay, I know." She wasn't able to bring food nor eat food. She said that she just went in quick, grabbed everything, and left insanely quick. That's what she got there. That's why she beat us in the first place. And then we just went in the ER. So this is the second room I'm in. We waited there for another few hours. I got really tired and I slept. And then some students came in, and my mother was like, "Oh, I don't want students," because I had a horrible history with students. And so did I. I have a horrible history with students because I'm one of those test dummies. Pulmonary hypertension, it's only for old people. But do you see a young, handsome young man that's jacked? Well, I'm not jacked right now because I'm malnourished, kinda. All I've been drinking is liquids. Just yesterday I had fruit. I think I already said that. Okay. So then these students were like, "I'm not a student. I'm an upper rank." Dog, what? You're an upper rank? Yeah, I'm a intern. I don't really want to talk about that because, well, this part of what happened, because it was kind of boring. So they checked what I had. Dog, I know there were students, but I don't want students to be testing on me. It's just that hospital is never mind. I don't want to say too much. They might just pop in the video and say, "Why are you dogging on us and saying bad about our hospital?" Well, did I? I don't think I've said anything bad about this hospital. I'm just telling a story. I'm telling my experience. All right. So what even happened? Oh, I had to do another echo. But my mother was able to come with me, so they did an echo. I fell asleep, but this time the echo was in the chest, finally. And I wake up, and I'm in another room, which is the room that I filmed another video in. What was I gonna say? Alright, I stayed in that room for 3 days with no food and a bajillion other people. There was a baby that came in, started crying all night because I got placed in the kid area because I'm not an adult. They can't place me in the adult area. I'm still a child. I'm barely legal. No, I'm not barely legal. You're only barely legal if you're 18. I'm not 18. I'm 17. I'm still a baby. And that's why they put me in the children area. So every single patient was basically a teenager or a child. First day, baby started crying. Oh my god, I'm sorry for my mother because she had to withstand all that crying. And then like a bunch of students came in, and then my mom was like, "Hey, what do you think this is? Like a party? I don't want. I said I didn't want students." And what's worse is that my mother every single time has to tell them what's wrong with me and why she doesn't want students because she doesn't want to offend any of the doctors or students there. Because every single person that came in was someone new. I didn't get like someone on the regular that I knew. You and you? Yeah, that doesn't rhyme. Oh, it does rhyme, but never mind. So it was kind of annoying because every single person that came in was someone different. Like, oh my goodness. And then they all started touching me and grabbing me, and oh my goodness. I don't want to be poked and grabbed all over the place. Mostly by students. Like, do you see what they're students. They could do something wrong. And then they have a doctor like the leader and saying like, okay, you gotta check this, you gotta check that, you gotta check this. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like, no, I don't want any students. Well, maybe two, because there was this one student that was actually good looking, and then the doctor was like, all right, so do you mind if she like, checks for your like heart, like how your heart is pumping? Well, you know that one tool where they put in their ears and then they like listen to your heart. I said yeah, but my mom was like, no students, please. Okay, well, my mom saved me because I don't even know what the student was gonna do. If I don't know if she was gonna fail. Maybe she like, if you touched my this was really tender when I was in the hospital. When my body was all tender because I got literally poked all around. I got stickers and everything hooked up to my body. I would have showed it in the hospital videos, but I don't think YouTube allows a full bare chest or belly to be out in the video. But I had everything hooked up. Stickers, wires. I'm basically a robot. And so, yeah, it was another day without food. I was getting grouchy. They had to give me a bunch of morphine and pain medication through the IV. And I was really tired. Like, tired of not eating. Tired of I was just stressful. And these doctors are annoying as well. Because, like, they keep coming in for an IV, like, blood test. And they usually do it here. But the thing is, they switched my IV because they said whoever did my IV here sucked. So they had to move it here because the machine wasn't recognizing that when you get an IV, it's like they put stuff in and take stuff out. I had like a water supply here hooked up so I can get my nutrients because I can't drink water through my mouth because it hurts if I drink anything. So for me to not be like malnourished, they put the water in here. But the water, that's not regular water. That's like salt water or something. The water was like green and not good. And it was not good because in the end I still was very dehydrated. I saw in the restroom. That's how I know I was dehydrated. And so I was really hungry and they brought me lunchtime. It's lunchtime. Do you know what you have for lunch? Let me guess, this is soup? Yes, it's broth. Here you go, and here's some apple juice. Take care. Nah, all I've been drinking is soup. I don't want soup. I want something that gives me energy. Maybe like a banana or like, I don't know, some fruit. No, I didn't get any of that. That's why I was all out of energy. I didn't know that pain medication could get rid of hunger of pain. Cause like every single time I'm so hungry, I take like they give me morphine and then like the pain of hunger just goes away. Kinda. Maybe. I don't even know. I look skinnier than before. I don't look jacked anymore. Or I look the exact same. What am I talking about? Alright. So I kept telling them, when am I gonna leave? When am I gonna leave? Well, you'll leave when you're better. I know that's not gonna happen. they still gave me my regular medication, like Travi, everything. The only reason they gave it to me is because my mother packed for however many days I had to stay in the hospital. And so they gave me it, and then they gave me the pill. The pill that started all this pain. I don't remember the name of the pill. I'm so sorry. I don't know when on these story. I don't know the name of the pill. I think it was Oramafil. It starts with an O. I don't remember. I'm sorry. I would have told it in the story. But that was the pill that caused the pain. Because how come I'm having pain 2 weeks after I'm having that pill? I was going to explain that I was like annoyed in one of the past videos of mine. Because I had to take more medication. Which I already take like 10 pills, 12 pills a day. Now I have to do an extra? Oh my goodness. The only reason I switched to this new pill was because I was having esophagus pain. And the medicine they gave me, it did fix that pain. But then the doctor was like, hey, I heard you were having horrible headaches. Yeah, I was having horrible headaches, severe headaches. There's a pill that is exactly like this pill, like the one you're taking. Oh no, battery's low. There we go. And wait, is it? Yeah, okay, there it is. Here, I got a pill that does the exact same thing that, like the pill you're taking. It gets rid of all your esophagus pain, but you know what else it gets rid of? Migraines and headaches. There's no such thing as a pill that gets rid of that type of pain. Maybe it reduces the pain, maybe, but gets rid of? No. But I took it anyway. Might as well take, if it's the same thing, just reduces migraines or headaches. Might as well take it. I took it, and look at where I ended up, in the hospital. All right, so one day, by one day I mean like it was a day in the hospital, another day in the hospital. It's still the same story. It's still the same topic that I'm on about. There was the cleaning lady because the guy, he finally left, so I had to share a room. That's what. Okay, I wish I said that in the beginning because you guys probably won't be. You won't really understand what I'm saying. I had to share 2 rooms. And the person, I got the short end of the stick. Actually, no, I didn't. My side was super smaller than the other side. And it had a window. I didn't even have a window. But at least I was closer to the restroom. Because if they had to use the restroom, then they had to walk by and see me. I wouldn't want to have to walk by and see some other person next to me. Alright, they left. And then the nurse that was cleaning that area says, okay, she was putting someone new in there. And she got rid of my window area because we have like these curtains. And I got rid of the curtain because I wanted to see the window. And when she was bringing like some paper things, because when she brings paper, that means then someone else is going to use that room. And I was like, oh my goodness. And then the nurse is like, what do you mean, oh my goodness? And then my mom was like, oh, it's because, you know, you're going to add someone in there. So that's why it's like annoyed or something like that. She's like, oh, well, you guys are leaving. Excuse me? Yeah, you guys are going to get, dispatched. What? Are you for real? Oh my goodness. Wait, but I'm still in pain. Well, that's what they told me. Wow, I'm going to get dispatched. I'm going to be free from this torture. By this torture, I mean I've been drawing like 5 liters of blood. And every single time someone comes in, it's someone new. So I have to explain this 30-minute, 45-minute explanation. And in the end, they always bring someone new. She said, yeah, you're getting dispatched. So a new nurse came in. And I said, wait, am I getting dispatched? The nurse said, what? No. Who told you that? The nurse that was going to bring someone in. They said I was going to get dispatched and I was leaving. No, your pancreas levels are still so high. You can't leave. Oh my goodness. Got me up and about for no reason. And so, yeah, they were going to dispatch me. But no. Yeah, I did get dispatched, but not from the hospital, into another room. how many times I've been moved? Okay, I got moved when I got okay. The first room I was in the ER because we went to that faraway hospital. The second one was in the ER of that hospital that like I'm in, and then I went to another room after I got teleported there after an echo, and then now I'm gonna be transferred into a fourth room. Well, I wouldn't mind because the room that they put me in, it was very nice. Okay, yeah, they said you have to be moved. Wait, why do I have to be moved? I don't want to move anywhere. Like I'm in pain, I can't move, literally. And they're like, well, it's because the parent, the the the, the patients that are in here, they're brother and sister, and we want to put them in the same room. And also, you're almost an adult. You're 17. We could put you in an adult room. We don't have any more rooms, and you gotta get out the way. What? I want to stay in this. Well, I don't want to stay in this room, but if I have to be next to an adult and probably share a room of three, it's probably worse than this. All right, well, rules are rules. Time to move out. Get your stuff, and we're gonna transfer you to the adult. The adult part of the hospital. All right. When they did that, the they moved me, and it was kind of like difficult to move because I had I'm heavy kinda. What am I saying? Um, Sorry, it's brain fog. Give me a moment. Oh yeah, they said that the mother of the patients, they wanted to hurry things up, so they said if I'm okay of having like a little girl in the same room as me, because they don't want to put a little girl in the same room as me, because I'm like, man, dog, I'm not gonna do anything to this little girl. Um, it's nothing. And they're like, okay, well, you gotta cover, you know, your chest, because at the time I wasn't wearing my gown because I didn't wear my gown. Okay, I wasn't butt naked. I was wearing my jeans. I just didn't have a shirt because I had everything hooked up, and every single time I wore the gown, they had to open up my gown like this and like do everything here with my chest and stuff. So might as well take off the gown so they can have easy access. Again, I wasn't butt naked. I had jeans. So when they lift up my gown, it was like lifting up my shirt. And they're like, okay, yeah, they can stay here if they want. I don't mind. I'm not going to do anything. And they're like, no, I think you have to leave. It's not appropriate for a little girl and a dude to be in the same room. Okay, well, then let's hurry up, move me to the adult area. And they're like, that's okay. That's what we're going to do. So I got moved to this adult area. Finally, it's a singular room for one person, not for two, not for three. And the TV that they had in there, it was pretty good. It had like golden outlines. I did have a TV in there, but the thing is, the other person in that room also had a TV, and they always like put it on the highest volume. It was kind of annoying. I couldn't watch Golden Girls in peace, because Golden Girls, it was like my guilty pleasure. It was peak. It was the best show that I've ever. It was like my only form of entertainment in that hospital. I didn't have my 3DS. I didn't have my PlayStation Vita. I didn't have any of that. All I had was my phone and the TV. But now that I'm in the fourth room with the adults, I have my own privacy. I even have my own restroom. Alright, so we stay there for 2 extra days. Oh my goodness. I'm like, And then one day they're like, alright. Okay, well, not one day. I wanted to get out. I really wanted to leave the hospital. I was missing days of school. I have to take like a WISE test on Monday, but it depends on how I can't move. I probably am gonna be home, but I wonder what's gonna happen on Monday. Oh my goodness, Monday's tomorrow. Today's Sunday. Well, how far am I into the story? Oh yeah. I can finally eat some kind of food. My aunt came to visit me. I saw them in my family. I think that's in one of the videos. Alright, so they finally gave me food. Oh my god, let's see what they gave me. Oh my god, they gave me Salisbury steak and broccoli with potatoes. I thought I couldn't eat this stuff. How come I went from clear foods to absolute protein? I ate it up. but I did felt like a strain, like a humongous shock. It like punch, pum, and I got knocked out, and I was like in the bed. I can't eat that stuff. Like that stuff is very painful if I eat it. And then I woke up, and then it was the afternoon. No, I think it was the next day. No, it was the afternoon. Yes, it was the afternoon. And then in the afternoon, I was asleep because they gave me morphine. Might as well get my energy up. If I can't get my energy through food, might as well get my energy through sleep. And then they put it through the IV, and then that water stuff. I don't know, the water through the IV is kind of nasty. I don't like it. So that's why I drink water, so I can not be dehydrated. And then when I see my mother wakes me up and says, "Hey, guess what they brought you to eat?" What did they bring? Soup? It's what you've been craving. A burger? I said jokingly, and it was a burger. It was like one of those elite burgers at like Wendy's or like McDonald's. It was a burger with like the juiciest like patties, and and on the side was lettuce, cheese, tomatoes, onions, and everything with mustard and ketchup. Oh man, I really wanted that burger, but my aunt brought me soup from a ramen place, but that soup didn't taste good, and I'm tired of soup. If I ever hear the word soup again, I might just, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna be annoyed. So I ate the soup, and guess who ate the burger? My cousin. She enjoyed that. She ate it up. She ate everything. Oh my god, I really want to eat that burger. And guess who ate it? It was my cousin. Oh my goodness. And all she did was stay on her phone, didn't talk, didn't do anything, just ate my burger. I wanted that burger. Even that burger looked so appetizing. But I didn't eat it. And they also brought a Pepsi with that burger. But they must think I'm like fixed. I'm like good to go. I'm like good to go after that. I'm good to go to like home after that burger. I can't eat that burger. And so like a new nurse came in, and every single time it's a new nurse. And then my mother was like, why'd you bring my son a burger? He can't eat a burger. He's on clear liquids. And he's like, they brought you a burger? You're not supposed to eat a burger. Well, they messed up. Apparently they gave me someone else's lunch. I didn't eat it. But the nurses they need you to eat. So good thing my cousin was there to eat the burger and the evidence. So I just said I ate half of it, but I felt really bad, which is because they need the patient to eat something. They didn't know I had soup there, so I just said I ate half of it, and I gave it to my cousin. All right. So how are you feeling? Horrible. Then they brought a whole team again when it was students, and then one of the students were recording me with their phone. Mother came to save the day. My mom came to save the day because I'm kind of I don't really. I don't know. It's just talking to other adults like doctors and stuff. I don't really have the power to talk back to them. Not that you should talk back to a doctor. You should show respect and stuff. But I mean, if you're pointing your face, if you're pointing your like iPhone like this, of course I'm gonna think you're recording me. I don't know if she was recording me, but like, dog, why do you have your phone like this? What? Yeah, why do you have your phone like? Oh, look here, look at I have your phone like. I'm like, get the phone out of my face, bro. And my mom said, "Hey, can you stop with the phone?" And my son say, "Face." Cause like I was in the bed like this, and then she just had the phone like that. Of course I'm gonna think you're recording, but I didn't have the guts to say, "Are you recording?" My mom did. She said, "Are you recording?" She's like, "No, I'm just taking." I don't even know what she was doing on her phone. And so my mom said, "I don't want any students." And so again, all the people there like, "I'm not a student. I'm like an upper rank." But a lot, like 3 people did have to leave because they're students. I don't want a student testing on my body. I don't even know what's gonna happen if they like do something wrong. All right, so the nurse did get annoyed. No, not the doctor. She's like, okay, fine, I'll respect your worship. Yes, sleeping in that hospital is horrible
Because every single time I slept in that hospital at night, the pain would rise, and I would get waken up like every 2 hours for vitals and for blood tests. And what's worse is that they would take blood tests here and not through the IV. They could take blood out of the IV. They don't have to poke another hole onto my, like, here. My vein is so, like, popped out that you can, when I touch it, I feel vein. I feel vein. Alright, so there was this one time I was sleeping, and they put, like, tape here. They left it, like, for 2 days straight to stop the bleeding from my old IV. They had to switch the IV placement. And that's when I was still asleep, but my mother wasn't asleep. And then this lady, she speaks Spanish. She's like my own kind. By my own kind, I mean like we speak Spanish. So I know her language, she knows my language. And then she said, I'm here for labs. By labs, I mean to draw your blood, which, okay. Can you take it out my IV? Okay, well, I was asleep. My mother was like, can you take it out the IV? And she's like, no. And then she ripped the tape. But this tape, all right, I had this one friend. We had this whole argument. What's it called? Wait.
Oh my goodness, this video's taking forever. Long story short, I had this one. Oh, no, actually, no. Okay, long story short, I'm gonna try to make this quick. Time skip. I got a time skip. I had this one friend. He was in my history class. He was basically saying that if you don't shave all your hair, like including arm hair, and armpit hair, stomach hair, every single piece of hair, then you're not hygienic. All except eyebrow hair and everything, and this hair, and you know everything else.
Alright, well, I said that it's preference,
but that's like the only reason that I will shave my arm hair is because when the lady ripped the tape, she ripped my hair, not only my hair but my skin. That's why you could see like this red. This isn't from a shot or like a nail poking in. This is from like when she ripped the skin off. And I'm not really that angry about that, but what made me angry was that not only did she say it wasn't her fault, she said it was allergies. That the whole reason that my skin was like all red and bloody was because I'm allergic. Dog, no, I'm not allergic. I don't have any known allergies. The reason it's red is because you ripped it off too quick. You should have put like a spray to like, I don't know, an adhesive spray or something. I don't know. And then in the end, I just pretended to be good, like to feel good and act good, because I could tolerate the pain, yeah, but I wanted to leave, so I just said that I'm all good, and that's why we left kind of early. I mean, they saw that nothing was, all they said that, in the end they just said nothing's wrong with me and that I was imagining the pain, because if I don't have any gallstones and I don't drink alcohol, then they said that I was just imagining the pain because they couldn't find out the reason for my pain. I know the reason for my pain is excess medication. Excess medication. I take too much medicine, and that medicine is what's causing this pain in my stomach, or in the pancreas, or in my esophagus, or in my chest. Because my medicine, no, they can't just give me some medicine and stop the. Well, they did give me some medicine, and that medicine is really good right now. Nothing hurts when I'm on the medicine. But I'm just saying, if I take a medication for some sort of thing, it could mess up the other medications that I have inside my system. You know, it doesn't correlate well. It's just, it will probably give me some like special effect or something, or it'll probably give me like a special side effect or something. That's why when doctors or nurses, so if I'm feeling ill, they have to like see if it doesn't counteract with other medicines. You know what I mean? And then I left, and then I just was out of energy. I hadn't eaten nothing. Just today I had some shrimp, and now I feel energized. Oh man, I'm about to get all my muscle back. And that's it. That's kind of what happened. It was kind of a bad experience. It was kind of annoying. I didn't eat. That's probably why I was grouchy of everything. I mean, the nurses and the doctors. There was some nurses that were good. But I just didn't really like explaining everything to the doctors and the nurses. You know, my whole record. Like they're supposed to know my record because I go to the hospitals all the time. They should know. They should know my history with that hospital. I'm not saying that they shouldn't know. Like, you know, like those people that come in like a subway and they're like, I'll get the usual. Not like, I don't want to be like that type of person. I'm just saying that they should, when I come in, they should see my background or my history, so I wouldn't have to say a 45-minute like speech about what's wrong with me and what, like, the reason I'm having a dual lung transplant or the reason I'm having this pain. Like, you're a doctor. Shouldn't your tests like show you why I'm having this pain? But that's all. Video's getting too long. I don't want to make this like a two-parter. And overall, be positive. Try not to feel down. If you have pain, you know, just if you can, try to tolerate it. But if you can't, then just go to the doctors. Never try to hide the pain nor tolerate it. I only tolerate it because, well, I've been through years of this with the same pain, and I went home with pain. I just wanted to go home. I feel like if I'm treated here at home, I'll be in better hands than the doctors over there and the nurses. Cause like I get woken up every 2 hours at night, and even in the day, it's just I'm not. And with all those machines hooked up to me, I can barely walk to the restroom. I feel like I'm more disabled at the doctors than I am here at home. I mean, I don't feel disabled at home. I can walk wherever I want at home. But in the doctors, I can't because I have all these machineries connected to my body. But in the end, that's it. If you reached this whole video, then thank you so much for listening. I talk a lot. I yap a lot. But I'm trying to get this whole story into this one video. I don't really want to talk about too much about doctors because I'm kind of annoyed of the doctors. I want to do another like topic, maybe play more games. Still gotta upload a Tattletale video. All right. There we go. Videos ended. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening. Thank you. All right, I'll see you later. Goodbye.